You changed. You stopped being you.
What's the deal, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Cultivated Minds, and today we're going to be talking about the ego is the root of all evil. Listen, a lot of times in our life, I know we've all heard, for the love of money is the root of all evil, or we heard, don't let the money make you, you make the money. But truthfully, in my opinion, I feel like the ego is the root of all evil. A lot of times when people have on this ego, they're putting on a front. We can look at social media right now and you'll see nothing but people posting positivity on their page. They always look like they got a perfect life, everything's going well, and they will never ever show you an L or taking a loss or anything that deviates from this person that they've created. I honestly think social media has done a lot of that, let you become a person. You get on there, you can create this person, this image that you want to be at all times, and you have to prove that to others. But it's only a highlight reel. It's not real. It's something that people create a false image of and they try to distort their reality with. Having an ego, it can be penetrated. It's a false sense of confidence. But when you have humility and you're able to be silent with your thoughts and conjure up your own opinions on things, that's confidence. Being able to be confident, be silent with your thoughts, and have that humility, that's true confidence. If you think about a lot of the great leaders and the people throughout history, a lot of times when they maybe felt lost or not on the right road or path, they went out to the woods, they went out into nature. And they got some type of spiritual enlightenment. They got clarity on who they wanted to be, or what type of goals they had or aspirations. And they got that fire lit again. You know why? Because they were listening to that little voice inside themselves. They're listening to the real person in them. They weren't listening to what ego says, what society says, and what people are telling us is right. They found that voice that was within them. Then they come back, and you notice a lot of times, they just silently made that move. A lot of the people who are truly winning in life, they're not known like that. And I think they like to keep it that way because it helps them keep that humility in them to keep going and, keep on lighting that torch that's within them. But then when you see people that have an image, they have to prove things to others. They have to prove things to others, my bad. And, they're continuously acting like a certain person or, this false sense of reality they created, they can't be themselves ever. So then I guess it starts becoming them almost to them. And, a lot of times you got to question, are you truly happy? Is this truly what you like? They may have a lot of money. They may get a lot of recognition, but are they truly happy inside? They probably spiritually drained, because you're living this false person that's not truly you. You're putting on this image. It's artificial. And that's why I say the ego is root of all evil. It can destroy relationships, whether that's with a partner or a friendship. When you feel like you can't put your opinion down for something that you truly believe in, or not even that you truly believe in, they could have proved you wrong with something, and, your ego's telling you, nah, I got to beat them. I got to always be number one. And, just kind of immature things that, a lot of times as an adult, you don't have to deal with things that way. Just being authentically, truly you, you know who you truly are. Some people, sometimes we get lost and those things happen, but at the end of the day, the path, the least resistance is who we truly are. Our inner being, our soul is going to follow that path. But once we start veering off that track and we're acting on, the ego or the quote unquote other personality that people have created, that's when things change up. Plenty of times we've seen the young person who had huge dreams and aspirations, and they wanted to take it far, and they were very humble and, very likable. But then as soon as they finally reach those dreams and aspirations, they become, very snooty, like they're bigger than everything. They can't talk to somebody because of what they're wearing or how they look. And then, they feel the need to, get in arguments with others or always start confrontation because now they feel like, this piece of paper or, like I said, the recognition or whatever type of, acknowledgement they're getting has made them this certain person. We all have gods within us, but some of them, I feel like that's when the ego takes over. They start feeling like they're bigger than everything. Then they start acting totally different. But then it's like, were you always this cornball? Are you always this clown? Or was this the ego that you just had sold up and then it came out once you finally became who you wanted to be? You know, a lot of times I think that comes from trauma and that fear. You know, we might be growing up in a certain type of society. You know, we all have different upbringings. Maybe it was in a structure or beliefs we had, or some type of schooling or industries we were in. And that's when people build those egos, because they're trying to hide something from people. They don't want to show that true self to certain people because they want to feel like they got to step on people's toes, get to there. They got to put on a certain front to be who they are. But, you know, honestly, like I always say, and I'll say it again, you can be authentically you. You don't have to go by society structures, you know, their beliefs, or anything that we see on television or programming that we feel like is the American dream. You know, just follow that path that your inner being is telling you to go to, and just remember, you know, the ego is the root of all evil, and just have some clarity on yourselves to become the best version of yourself. We got to have humility and just drop the ego, man. That's all I really had to say, you guys. You know, like I always say, this is anything universal. This is just from my experience. You know, build with me in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. This Cultivated Minds, and I'm signing out.